All life forms strive to the max of their potential, except human beings. How tall will a tree grow? As tall as it possibly can. You'll never find a tree that decides to grow just halfway, settling for mediocrity. No, a tree sends its roots as deep into the soil as it can, reaches its branches as high as it possibly can, produces every leaf, every flower, and every fruit it's capable of producing. That's the law of life. It strives for the max. And yet there's one exception to this universal rule: human beings. Now, why is that? Why don't we push ourselves to the max of our potential? Here's the answer. Because we've been given the gift, the dignity of choice. Unlike a tree or a bird or a lion, we have the ability to choose how far we go, how high we climb, how much we produce, and with that dignity of choice comes a responsibility. Every other life form on Earth operates by instinct. Birds migrate when it's time. Bears hibernate in winter. Trees grow as tall as they can and no taller. But humans, we're different. We can decide. We can choose. We can tear up last year's plans and create new ones. We can reflect on what worked, what didn't, and set a new course for the future. But here's the catch. While choice is a gift, it can also be a trap. You can choose to aim high, or you can choose to settle for less. You can choose to reach for your dreams, or you can choose to drift aimlessly. And here's the thing, no one else will set your sails for you. No one else will push you to your max. That's a job only you can do. So why don't we always strive for the max? Why do so many of us live far below our potential? Let's explore this. One reason is fear. Fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of the unknown. But let me tell you something. Fear is the thief of dreams. It'll rob you of your future if you let it. Fear doesn't go away on its own. You have to face it, challenge it, and conquer it. Another reason is complacency. It's easy to get comfortable. It's easy to settle for good enough. But let me remind you, comfort is the enemy of growth. If you're not challenging yourself, you're not growing. And if you're not growing, you're stagnating. Life is a constant cycle of growth and renewal. The moment you stop striving, you start declining. To strive to the max, you need a purpose. Purpose is what gives your life direction. Without it, you're like a ship without a rudder, drifting wherever the tide takes you. But with a clear purpose, you have a destination. And once you have a destination, you can chart a course to get there. So what's your purpose? What's the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning? What's the dream that lights a fire in your heart? Find it and hold on to it. Because when you have a purpose, every challenge becomes a stepping stone. Every setback becomes a lesson. And every victory becomes a reminder of what's possible. Success doesn't happen by accident. It happens by design. And the key to that design is discipline. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Without it, even the grandest dreams remain castles in the air. With it, even the smallest actions can lead to extraordinary results. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It means staying consistent, even when the excitement fades. It means sticking to your goals, even when the road gets tough. Because here's the truth. The road to success is never smooth. There will be obstacles. There will be detours. But discipline is what keeps you moving forward. If you want to strive to the max, you need the right mindset. Your mindset is the lens through which you see the world. It's the voice in your head that says, I can or I can't. And here's the good news. You get to choose your mindset. You can choose to see challenges as opportunities. You can choose to see failures as lessons. You can choose to believe in yourself even when no one else does. Here's a simple truth. Your life will never rise above the level of your mindset. If you believe you're capable of greatness, you'll strive for greatness. But if you believe you're destined to fail, you'll never even try. So choose your mindset wisely. Feed it with positivity. Surround yourself with people who lift you up. And remember, every great achievement starts with a single thought. Goals are what give your life structure. Without them, you're like a ship without a compass. But with clear, meaningful goals, you have a roadmap for success. And once you have a roadmap, all you have to do is follow it. But here's the thing about goals. They're not just about what you achieve. They're about who you become in the process. When you set a goal, you're challenging yourself to grow, to stretch, to become better. And that's where the real magic happens. So, set goals that inspire you. Set goals that challenge you. Set goals that scare you a little. And once you've set your goals, write them down. A goal that isn't written down is just a wish. Make it real. Put it on paper. Look at it every day. And take action. Because a goal without action is just a dream. Success is not built in a day. It's built day by day. It's the small actions, repeated consistently over time, that create extraordinary results. Too often, people focus on the big picture and forget about the small steps. But let me tell you, it's the little things that make the big things possible. Imagine this. If you improve just 1% each day, by the end of the year, you'll be 37 times better than you were at the start. That's the power of compounding effort. But the opposite is also true. If you neglect the small things, if you allow yourself to slip 1% each day, by the end of the year, you'll be far worse off. So, what small action can you take today to move closer to your goals? It could be as simple as reading 10 pages of a good book, making one phone call, or choosing a healthier meal. Success is not about doing extraordinary things, it's about doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. Let's talk about the people you surround yourself with. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you want to change your life, start by changing your associations. Are the people around you lifting you up, or are they holding you back? Are they inspiring you to be better, or are they encouraging you to settle for less? Your relationships shape your mindset. They influence your habits, your beliefs, and your actions. So choose your associations wisely. Surround yourself with people who are ambitious, disciplined, and positive. Seek out mentors who can guide you. Build relationships with people who challenge you to grow. And remember, it's not just about what you get from others, it's about what you give. Be the kind of person who lifts others up, who inspires them to be their best, who helps them reach their potential. Finally, let's talk about gratitude. Gratitude is the foundation of happiness. It's what allows you to find joy in the journey, not just in the destination. Too often, we get so focused on what we don't have that we forget to appreciate what we do have. But let me tell you, gratitude is a game changer. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from what's missing to what's present. You start to see the blessings in your life, the opportunities you have, the progress you've made, the people who support you. And that shift in focus changes everything. It gives you a sense of abundance. It fills you with positivity. And it motivates you to keep striving for more. So, take a moment every day to reflect on what you're grateful for. Write it down. Say it out loud. Share it with someone you love. Gratitude is not just a feeling. It's a practice. And the more you practice it, the more you'll find to be grateful for. In closing, let me remind you, you are not a tree. You are not a bird. You are not a lion. You are a human being. And that means you have the power to choose. You have the power to strive for the max of your potential or to settle for less. The choice.